out there on a foamy. Oh yeah, there's a peak right there. Look at that. Looks like the foamy guy had enough. He's like, no more beatings for me.
15 minutes and he was done.
That's kind of barreling a little. All right, dude, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we are back out at Leo Carrillo here for round 2. Beautiful day again. Trying to figure out what to paint. I feel like last time I kind of got myself into hot water, and who knows, could happen again. Oh, here comes ARIAH. I'm thinking of painting, I don't know, maybe painting this lifeguard tower. Have you ever painted the tower?
I have. It's pretty hard. I have a hard time. You paint buildings better. I have a hard time painting buildings, but
I think with it backlit, then there's kind of, you know, that'll simplify things. All right, so look at this. I love this. So Annette is painting this lifeguard tower here too, and she's doing a square composition. I think it's just beautiful. I love all the colors she's got going. Is there a alizarin in there? Do you use alizarin crimson?
You know, I think it's just the red.
Oh, is that like permanent, maybe permanent
and
rose?
Then, burnt sienna, and I mean, this is some kind of magenta.
Okay.
Yeah, I just brought some kind of random colors, but it's interesting with life towers because when you look at them close this way, it's hard, just the dimensions.
Yes.
They
right.
end up being squattier, so I had to kind of keep making it like taller and taller and taller.
I like your composition, how you also have some of these
down here too, yeah, to balance everything on this side, yeah.
Exactly, like these posts here, you've put those posts in, so you have some nice stuff in the foreground, and then the midground would be, I guess, the tower kind of, and then the distance. So yeah, it's really nice.
And then I can do some little highlights here, you know, pops and little backlit stuff.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I don't do structures very often, but I see some major challenges here. However, I like the idea of painting something that is difficult, and it may fail, it may not work out, but I think it's worth a try. So I think I'm gonna give it a go. Okay, so at this stage, I just want to make sure that I've got an arrangement of shapes that I like. I'm not getting, you know, and I want to block this in as quickly as possible to see if I have something worth developing. And I think so. As I mentioned, I'm going to exaggerate, you know, the sky, like grading the sky from like a warm to a cooler blue. And then I'm going to look for some nice shifts of, you know, temperature and value along these cliffs here. One of the advantages of making videos is it forces me to get my eyes off the painting, which is a good thing. All right, looks like he's off to a good start here. Looks like you're kind of focusing on one area and then working out as opposed to blocking the whole thing in, huh?
I just kind of blocked in this cliff area, and I'm trying to keep the blocking super simple and see if I can preserve that throughout the painting.
Yeah, love the transparencies already, and yeah, you got some warms and cools working. 12 by 16 inch panel, and there's the subject matter. So are you gonna include these rocks out here too?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some rocks coming in this way, and then maybe a wave or two in the distance right there.
All right, you're off to a good start, man. You're really making me work out. Like I got to run down here and check on you.
I'll come up.
All right,
check on you.
All right, so you see that the horizon is a half point.
Oh.
Does that bother you?
And I didn't notice it at first.
Okay,
no,
see?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, because I noticed like Monet will do that sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and then also he'll like include a lot of sky, so it's kind of airy feeling. But I just kind of kept it simple. I'm like, one shape, 2, 3, 4. Maybe if I had like a breaking wave right here, that'll bring the eye out, and then maybe even something out here. I don't know, I'll work with it, but
oh yeah, if you have a face of a wave here and then a white water here,
yeah,
that will keep your eye in because the wave will be going this way.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll, you know, and then of course I'll paint you bombing the line right here. It's like, because you know, yeah, you know how we love to put cute little details in our paintings.
Yes, yeah, birds.
Maybe like a few dolphins and a whale.
A whale. A whale.
But what I will not put on, I will not paint in a stand-up paddle boarder. That's where I draw the line. All right, so I'm gonna stop here before I overwork it. There's a couple tricky things about doing the tower. Number one is how much detail to add, and then also just keeping it loose, but also trying to keep the drawing accurate. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here and live with it for a while. Ooh, I like that energy in that sand there.
Just trying to play it safe on the second attempt. I had to erase the first one.
You erased the first one. How far did you get along in it?
About a third of the way.
Third of the way, and you're just like, no.
I didn't like the composition.
I love the energy in the brushwork, and then also how this section sort of like, you know, there's like contouring in the sand, so it's not just like flat. I like seeing the brushwork in the sky, like those vertical strokes is cool. And what are you using for your, do you use Viridian?
Sometimes. Today I busted out the phthalo green blue shade.
Oh, the phthalo green, okay, yeah. Yeah, because you're getting those nice aquas in there. Very cool. Oh,
just how this comes down, this is really effective. It really looks like a shadow from a distance, and it's really hard to get those glancing shadows.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, you know, I wanted this little point to feel like it was going out, and it just kind of felt like it was floating, because actually it is floating.
It is floating.
And I was like, that ain't working. So if I put a shadow, I felt like it would put it in the water, and then that would be more, you know, there's certain times where there's things in real life that actually look awkward if you paint them as you see them, you know what I mean?
Very much so.
Yeah, so.
I love how this area right here isn't defined, but when you go back, it looks like 3 waves, not just 2 when I stand back.
I think one of the things is like when you don't get too careful, then these like unpredicted things happen, and they can add so much. It's crazy. All right, so there's no way I'm making it back to my daughter's house without some food. There's this like village market here. It's pretty good. I've eaten here before with ARIAH. No burritos, but I mean, this is kind of a burrito. It's like a pesto wrap, but mostly like tofu and vegetables and stuff. It's good. Tastes very healthy. And I got an apple and water. All right, so I'm gonna do the wrap up here in the car. This was an exhausting day. Number one, the surf was big, which was great, but that was tiring, but painting was more tiring today. This painting was so exhausting, and when we were walking out, I was talking to ARIAH, and we were saying, you know, plein air painting is more tiring, more exhausting than surfing is. After we surfed, we felt like we could go out and maybe do another session later in the day, but after painting, no way. We were both so wasted. I think it's because, you know, standing for a long period of time, and then also just all of that decision making that you're doing is, in particular, a painting like this, it was really actually kind of a struggle for me. And then he wiped his out and had to start over. But anyway, it was cool meeting Annette Power out there. and we followed each other on Instagram for a while. She had a really small window of time to paint, so she kind of just did her block in and then she had to go, but it was still cool to meet her and see her process a little bit. We agreed to paint again in the future, so I'm looking forward to that. But I'll link her Instagram down below, and I'll link ARIAH's Instagram as well, so check that out. I'm gonna go take a nap, or at least go lay down. So as usual, thanks for hanging out, guys. If you'd like to see some extra videos and help support the channel, I have a Patreon link down below. It really helps me keep making these videos. But stay creative, and I'll see you guys in the next video.